For Michele Mortensen.
Thanks, how you doing? I had kind of a tough week. I did a show on Nantucket, and my husband was with me, so I asked him to take me whale watching. Honey said, if I want to watch a whale, I'll just watch you get undressed. So I went myself, and you know what I learned? Whales only mate once a year, and I'm sticking to the schedule. But you know, you trade bogs like this when you've been married over 30 years. Yeah, we've been married over 30 years. Now, I know that there's a lot of you out there that can't even imagine being over 30, let alone, being married 30 years. So let me break it down for you. It's 4 7-year itches. I'm told once you get to 5, or should I say, if you get to 5, the itch turns into this whole body rash, which I think in my case is starting a little early. But we have 2 kids, total opposites. Daughter, 4 years undergraduate school, did a year of AmeriCorps. In fact, she went down and helped at Katrina. And then she just graduated from law school. Son, 7 years of undergraduate school. How I wish that were a joke. Finally got his degree from this place, and maybe some of you have been there. Floundering you? Yeah, isn't exactly Harvard. They only have 1 degree. They're a BFA, Bachelor of Farting Around. So we raised the kids in Jersey, on the Jersey Shore, before like Snooki made it popular and all. Because my husband, he worked for a Fortune 500 company. He was an executive. But he left before they started giving out all those big bonuses, you know, like all those dudes got with the bailout. You know, I gotta tell you, that whole bailout thing still pisses me off. Those guys got billions, because I knew some of those guys. And let me tell you, they should have called it the Viagra bailout, because it went straight to a bunch of useless dicks. But I was not the best corporate wife. I would have to get dressed up, go to all these fancy affairs, but I could never do the whole hair and makeup thing. So I'd end up looking like Heath Ledger. Not then, now. Then we'd be at the cocktail hour. Do you have any idea how hard it is to grab a napkin, grab an hors d'oeuvre, hold a plate, hold a drink, and hold your tongue so you don't tell your husband's boss what an ass he is? Of course, then I'd have to make chit-chat with the boss's wife. So, Michele, she'd always ask, what have you been doing? Just once, I wanted to lie and say, I've been doing your husband at lunch, bitch. But the kicker was the time they asked me to order the wine at dinner. And see, I like the drinks like you guys have, you know, cherries, umbrellas, more shit floating in them than a backyard pool. Clueless about wine, I thought Pinot Grigio was a Mexican wrestler. So the steward opens the bottle, hands me the cork, and of course I don't know what the hell to do with it. So I gave it my best shot and I licked it. That's when we packed up and moved up to New Hampshire. But we're empty nesters because both kids are gone. Empty nesters up in New Hampshire do one of 2 things. We did them both. First is buy a motorcycle, which we did. Both got our licenses. That's no joke. I have my motorcycle license. And we even found motorcycle clubs just for people our age. I'm in the Modiva Biker Babes, and my husband's in the Rogaine Roadhogs. Too bad he's not here tonight, because you could see that the biker part is working out too well. The Rogaine, not so much. The other thing you do is you usually feather the nest back up with dogs. 3 golden retrievers. Spoiled, rotten dogs. I mean, we just went away. They went to a doggy Hilton. We were in a Motel 6. So they got a doggy biscuit on their pillow every night. You don't want to know what's on your pillow at night at Motel 6. The 2 males are rescues, and then we have our champion Little Bloodlines female, Luna, who is Daddy's girl. Every week he takes her to agility class. Now you've probably seen this on Animal Planet. You know, they go over the jumps, they go through the tire, through the weed poles. He calls me every week. Luna had a great class. She was the star of the show. She did this, that. I'm thinking, what the hell is up here? This guy wasn't even an obnoxious Little League father. Why is he having so much fun now? Then it finally dawns on me. Here's a middle-aged man who finally has a female who will jump through hoops for him. Because this one doesn't. But of course, since she has champion bloodlines, it's nothing but the best for her. She gets premium dog food with human-grade ingredients. Then if she wants a snack, she goes out and eats poop in the backyard. Vet sent us to a dog shrink to try to fix that problem. $200 for the shrink. What does the shrink tell us? Pick up the poop before she eats it. We bought her all these expensive dog toys. She still chewed up my best shoes, shred a whole 6-pack of Charmin all through the house. Looked like we had invited Dick Cheney to go duck hunting. But I suppose it's my fault because they do say that you pick out a dog that's a lot like you. And when we first got Luna, I brought her to the vet, who is a friend of mine, and I asked her about that. She said, well, Michelle, she's cute, charming, she's quite intelligent. But Michelle, I've seen you when your hormones are out of whack, and if this dog is really like you, then I'd spay that bitch as soon as possible. That's my time. Back to Jason. Thanks a lot.
Michele Mortensen, everybody.